Hey, good morning. It's Pastor Doug, and I want to invite you to engage in God's Word, encounter it this week as we're preparing ourselves to gather together and worship. And this week, when we gather together, we're going to continue our study of when the gospel gets personal and looking at these one chapter books in which, there was a letter that was written to Gaius. We looked at the first part of it last week, and we're going to be looking at the second part of it this week, starting in verse 9, following to the end of the chapter. And the elder speaks to Gaius, and after his compliment to him, he says, man, there is a guy at the church. I wrote a letter to the church, and he got rid of it. He doesn't welcome the brethren. He doesn't want anyone coming in. In fact, if there's anybody who does welcome the brethren, he throws them out of the church, which might mean that Gaius might be in danger of being thrown out of the church. But the elder really encourages Gaius to continue on walking in the truth. He even lets him know that, hey, man, I don't want you doing evil like this guy in the church was, in trying to turn around and go off the wrong direction, but I want you to do what is good. And that's kind of good advice for us as well. Whenever we read through this thing, there are some examples out there that we just don't want to be following. And there are some examples out there that we do need to follow. And so I hope you join us in the study with the devotion guide and get into God's Word and let Him begin speaking to you and moving in your life. And when we join together, we'll let God's voice speak to us more fully as we look to keep our eyes on Jesus and follow Him alone.